The Parallel Podcast. I'm not usually a superstitious person, but something happened last year that made me question if we are living in a simulation. I was working in a quiet archives room, sorting through hundreds of old, physical photographs from the 90s. To pass the time, I had my noise-cancelling headphones on, listening to a random comedy podcast I'd never heard before. About an hour in, the podcast host started telling a story about a specific 1994 charity gala. At the exact second he said the words. And then, out of nowhere, Bill Clinton walks in. I flipped over a photograph in my hands. It was a picture of Bill Clinton walking into that exact gala. My heart stopped. I stared at the photo, then looked around the empty room. I thought, okay, that was a 1 in a million coincidence. Move on. 5 minutes later, the podcast guest made a joke about a very obscure, vintage brand of soda that hasn't been sold in decades. As he said the name of the soda, I reached into the bottom of the archival box I was clearing out. My fingers brushed against something cold and metal. I pulled it out. It was an unopened, perfectly preserved can of that exact same obscure soda. I didn't even finish my shift. I packed my bag, walked out of the building, and sat in my car in total silence for 20 minutes. It felt like the universe had accidentally synced my audio and visual feeds, and I was just waiting for the program to crash. I still have the can on my shelf today, but I've been too afraid to listen to that podcast ever since. Is it just a coincidence, or did I catch the world glitching?